Welcome to the Liberating River, where spiritual freedom meets soul aligned wealth. I'm your guide, Wanda F. Nesbitt. Let's break free, build boldly, and live fully together. You definitely can't be afraid of disappointing people because you're going to. Because if you weren't, that means you're just living to please other people, and that's not living. You you also you can't be, but it happens. You're afraid to trust your inner authority. Purpose requires clarity. Purpose requires courage. Purpose requires spiritual confidence. So here is the mindset reset for purpose. Here it is. It's basically affirmations. It's basically reprogramming your brain. It's telling your brain what it needs to hear. I am worthy of being chosen. Purpose does not pass you by. It waits for you to believe in yourself and believe that you are worthy. Another one. I hear God clearly. Stop doubting your own intuition. I'm going to say it again. Your discernment is a spiritual gift, not a mistake. Your intuition is your spiritual gift. It will direct you, it will lead you. That's the Spirit of God trying to help you. Trust it. I do not need permission to grow. You don't need nobody's permission for you to grow. And the truth of the matter is, your purpose will often offend people who prefer the older version of you, that old version of you that was meek and lowly and wasn't taking a stand and wasn't being your true, authentic self. Oh my God. This is another one. Listen, 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 listen. Everything I've lived prepared me for this. Look, I had to get it right in my own head. Everything I've lived prepared me for this. You got to know that. I had to come to that place because I always thought, oh, I was wasting time. Like that was a waste of time. Why did I have to go through that? But I stopped doing it and I started seeing it as, you know what? Flowers, trees, they all need dirt. Come on, y'all. Flowers need dirt, water, and sun. So those things that were, as we say, dirt or negative, it was beneficial for me because where did the nutrients come for the flowers and the trees? In the dirt, in the muck. So everything I've lived prepared me for this. Nothing was a waste. Your lessons became the foundation for your leadership, for who you truly are. I'm not going to say they weren't hard. I'm not going to say those experiences didn't hurt. But did you learn something? Or are you going around that circle? That's a whole nother topic. Are you still going around the same circle? Did you learn what you needed to learn from it? Think about that. Think about it. So, what do you need to reset your mind for prosperity? Wealth and abundance. That's a big topic. Everybody's talking about it. Get make money, do this, do the third. But I would say put a pin in that because if your mind isn't right, you've heard the stories. There are people who win the lottery. They get it and they lose it all quickly because there was nothing that changed. You have to change internally. Otherwise, it is. It's lost, and they've lost it. You've heard it. So this is my view on it, and I think it will help you even with the little bit that you have. You'll start to see it bigger than what it is. It will seem larger than what it is. Even if it's little, you'll be like, wow, I was able to accomplish a lot because your mindset adjusts. So I'm going to say it this way: prosperity sits in perspective long before it shows up in your bank account. I said it earlier. You cannot prosper if you still think like someone who is afraid to lose. You, you cannot prosper if you still think like someone who is afraid to lose. You have to remember that what you think on constantly, people talk about it all the time. They say you manifest. So if you're always thinking in lack, what do you think is really going to come around? Now, I'm not saying be all foo-foo and constant, and it's not, and it's no disrespect to any of that, because I truly believe in uh being positive. I do. I look for the positive outcome in every situation. That's just me. I just do it because I believe like there's good out here. But what I'm saying is, as you go through this process, because you're resetting, it is going to challenge you. So you have to be gracious unto yourself. So I wouldn't dive on, oh, well, it's great. It's great. No, no, no. I'm not telling you to brainwash yourself. I'm telling you to, uh, I'm telling you to pull in and to let it set inside of you. And yes, start to say, you know what? I know this is what I have today. This was my paycheck for this week or these 2 weeks or this month. Okay. Let me adjust how I'm perceiving this and not get so bogged down with, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do it. Because that's already negative because what's happening? You gotta spend your money. Not even on things that you like, on responsibilities. And I know that's a heavy area as well because it's like, okay, I'm spending my money all the time for my bills. I never feel like I can enjoy what I've just made. As they say, it's like what in your hand, it like seeps through your fingers. But if you reset your mind, things will definitely change. That's why some people who have little, they have so much because their mind has changed. So some things that I know I've instilled into my life, I have redefined what money is. Money is a tool, not a threat. Money is not evil. Money, honestly, it simply amplifies who you are. Money can't corrupt you, just like a car can't corrupt you. Both gives you reach. Both provides something for you. It's a tool. And when we start to look at money as a tool and stop making it something else that it isn't, again, your vantage point changes and you're able to see its purpose and how to use the tool. You don't use a flathead screwdriver in uh, a nut. You don't do that. You can't touch it. You can't touch it. You can't unscrew anything. You need a screw that has a shape for a flathead. Or even so, a Phillip head. You can't put a Phillip head in a flathead screw or even in a nut. See what I'm saying? It's a tool. You just got to know how to use the tool and when to use the tool. Something else that you have to remember: God is not withholding from you. God is not withholding from me. God is not withholding from us. Your scarcity mindset didn't come from God. It came from fear, it came from teachings, and it came from what you experienced, whether it's what you saw or what you did yourself. So you got to tell yourself, Mm-mm-mm, God is not withholding from me. Everything is still going to work out for my good. Another thing you have to tell yourself: I am free to want more without guilt. That was a challenge for me because, you know, everybody's talking about, oh, you want all this, all these things, all this stuff. No, you just want to live comfortably. You want to live uh in a way that what honestly, when you live, most of the time the external resembles your internal. So if you feel good, you want nice things on the outside. Not really for show, but it just shows your internalness. That's what I noticed. So desire does not make you greedy. Desire makes you human and purposeful. And desire goes beyond prosperity, but we're talking about prosperity. That's in anything. It's okay to want more. Stay tuned. To be continued. Coming next week. Thanks for flowing with us on the Liberating River. Subscribe, share, and come back next week for more wisdom, wealth, and alignment. Stay free, stay grounded, stay bold.